Nightlife is more than just what you see on television. It's much more than just EDM music, or it's much more than just Amsterdam dance event. Nightlife is the smile you see on somebody's face when he's dancing with his eyes closed. Nightlife is the freedom people feel when they can actually be somewhere where there are different types of rules. I think it's very important to have a good knowledge and understanding about nightlife and why we need nightlife and why it's that important. Nightlife was not something I actually saw on TV that much, or even felt that the music I listened to was part of nightlife. Nightlife more was something I really experienced by going out. I come from a situation that it wasn't always easy to be at home, or at least I couldn't really find my true identity at home, and that's where nightlife came about. That's also when I saw that nightlife is a place that you can actually create your own personality, and that's also why this industry is so important for me. So I became an entrepreneur in this industry by organizing my own events. I was part of the Vunzige Deuntjes collective, an R&B hip-hop concept that we started almost 10 years ago now. And then after that I did events in the electronic music industry, more house and techno, and also got invited to do vocals and MC work for a lot of big electronic music festivals and events. Also by being in the hip-hop industry and after that being in the electronic industry, I really saw how far these worlds can be apart sometimes. But I was always feeling like I'm in the middle of both. I love hip-hop music, I love electronic music, and I always felt that these two genres should connect more. And I was thinking about how can I help? How can I do something for this industry? So that's maybe also why I wanted to become the night mayor, to actually really bridge the gap between these industries. As a night mayor, you try to hear as many people as possible. It's very important to not just look at the big players or the big stakeholders, but also see like the young entrepreneurs. The young entrepreneurs are the big guys of the future, so to say. But therefore, you have to give them space to create. These young entrepreneurs are also the true or future identity of your city or the place you're working at. So it's very important to keep your eye on those. As a night mayor, I try to organize meetings four times a year, where we bring these entrepreneurs together, also with the bigger players in the industry, and we look at what are the problems, what can we help with, and this information I take on and bring it to the city council or the politicians. Then again, I also work with a lot of different parties, from Discussiëren kun je leren to Meldpunt Discriminatie, but also brands like Uber or like Absolute Vodka or Bacardi, or het Scheepvaartmuseum or the Stad Schouwburg. There are a lot of parties that are interested in nightlife because they also see how much creativity runs through nightlife, and the fact that there's a lot that the day can learn from the night and vice versa. So I try to preach and reach out to these institutes and give them a story of inclusivity, give them a story of what the night can create for people. Inclusivity is very important, but also the fact that we are all willing and trying to create something for our future. In Amsterdam, I believe in a we Amsterdam instead of an I Amsterdam, where we all contribute and we all feel a responsibility to do something for the city and for each other. I also really found what I could contribute to the industry by being the person I am. And also because this is an industry where creativity runs, it's very important that you find your own creativity. We don't only look at quality. It's not even about being the best in the things you do. It's about what type of energy you give to the table. What is it that your colleague does not have and you can add? Like, end of the day, everybody can make a lineup. Everybody can do a stage production or whatsoever. But it's about how you do it. It's about how that hospitality. It's about that extra step you take and what you think you are willing to do to get where you want to get. I think it's very important to know why you want to be in this business and what you can add to this business. And it's not a competition between you and your friends. It's a competition between you and yourself, and like try to think of what is your quality? What is that thing you always have in you, or the thing that you do easy? Try to make try to shine that, try to bring it out, and try to make people see it, and that's going to be your power and value to the industry. So the 23rd of February we organize Night for the Night. This is an event that we do with a complete club industry, so all big clubs and smaller clubs are part of this event. We make a passe-partout where you can go for 15 euros, you can go to all the clubs and actually see the diversity of our nightlife. It gives people the chance to discover something new, and it gives people also the chance to see what is there already. Amsterdam is a city that's been growing rapidly over the last years, and more places are closing down. So clubs who have a permit now maybe only have a permit for 2 years and have to close afterwards. A lot of festival terrains are also closing. So Night for the Night is also an event where we try to show the city council how important nightlife is, and that we want to contribute what we're doing. And by closing down all these places and clubs, our industry is dying in some way. And I think it's very important to bring this message. Also, it's very important that we can unite as one club industry, and that we stand for something, and that we can actually show the city council and the rest of the city that we are strong and that we are willing and wanting to move forward with them.